Thank you for joining me today. My name is Holly from my daily HAEDs. I've forgotten how to do this since it's been so long. First and foremost, I finished that crochet blanket that I was talking about last time. I will put a picture up for you. I sent it off a couple of weeks ago, a week and a half or so ago, a couple of weeks now, for their birthday. It was 6.5 foot long and I think almost 5 foot wide, so it was a beast. And now I'm going to be doing another one, identical one, just in a different yarn color. That yarn was James C. Brett Value, and it was like a dark red with the black flecks. So that was the first thing I finished. And then on July 1st, I finished this. Oops, there we go. And it's ready to go to the framers. Well, we've got the frame for it already, but my husband pays for the framers to frame it for us, so they can mat it and stuff. So that will be done. That is Tiki Beach, Storykeep Tiki Beach by Amy Stewart. And all the details will be below. It's been so long since I looked at them, I don't remember them. Once I finished that, I went straight into winding the yarn into cakes. I don't know if you can see it properly. They're the red and blue. The person I'm doing it for is a fan of Spider-Man, so my computer keeps beeping. I don't know why. But anyway, I've started that. It took me a day to wind all the yarn because I needed 14 balls of yarn. And I've started it. I was so reluctant to start it. It's been quite warm, so you see this. Let me take this out so I don't want to drop it. I'm doing this. This is James C. Brett yarn again, Value, DK, and you can see it's the same length as the other one, so yeah. Oops, it's quite big. So that's I've got to have this done by the 24th or 25th of August. So it's going to be a race. And I'm trying to get the groove. I'm trying to get excited about it. It's kind of hard to get excited about a crochet blanket in the middle of the summer though. But I'm happy to make it. He's a lovely young lad. And the last thing to talk about is I'm back to working on Santa and Animals. Christmas themed Santa and Animals by, oh crumbs, I don't remember. I'll put it down below with the details of it. I think this is Hardanger, but I can't remember what and this is where I've gotten so far. I'm still not up to 12%. I thought it was closer to 12%, but this is taking absolutely forever. But hopefully next time you see it, next time you see it, I'll finished at the bottom there. Let's just it's confetti heaven if you like confetti. It's literally changing threads every stitch sometimes. Yesterday I got 58, the day before I got 37, the day before that I got 24. We had some unexpected visitors last week that last week we had some visitors. They came and stayed one day, left, and then came back and stayed another couple of nights. That always upsets the schedule. My husband had work his work, so that was quite intense for us, trying to get everything done and be accommodating. what I was going to say, a belated happy birthday, happy 4th of July for everybody. I wasn't able to, yeah. My idea, my way of celebrating nowadays is that on 4th of July, I have a playlist on my YouTube and I just go through and listen to it and sob my heart out. Yeah, the patriotic songs still bring me to tears just because they touch my heart so much. I've got some photos with my husband and I a couple of weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, we went up into Scotland. Went up to Jedburgh and travelled along. We went up to the boot sale that we like to go to that has them every so often. And while we were up there, we went and travelled, went into the Jedburgh Castle Jail and toured around the countryside. So there'll be some photos behind that. Other than that, I don't know when I'll be back. Oh, thank you for everyone that messaged about. I will keep my name. It was unanimous that I should keep my name. I really appreciate everyone's opinion, and you all had valid points. And for myself, I've done the same. Is when people have changed their names, I find it difficult to get back to them. And what I'll try to do is, yeah, maybe I'll start putting what's in there in the, you know, I'll say knitting, crochet, or, you know, cross stitch, knitting, crochet kind of thing. But we'll see what we'll do. I don't know when I'll be back. I'm going to be flat out trying to get this blanket done. 6.5 feet's a long way when you only got, what, 1.5 inches, 2 inches possibly. So I've got a long way to go on that. So it'll be gone for a while. I'm going to try to keep plodding along on Santa and Animals. It's not one of those ones that I can, the fabric is quite loose. The hardanger fabric is quite loose, so I find it difficult to stitch. I did have it in a frame, in a Q-snap, but I just found it so clunky and hard to deal with, and I just swap back and forth between the I prefer stitching in hand, and the stitches do sometimes slip behind no matter which angle I go at it. So I'm constantly fighting the fabric. It's not like Aida, which is a sturdy fabric, and even the 28 count fabric that I've got, it doesn't have, it's quite sturdy, so, or stiff, I would say, so it's easier to keep the stitches nice. But this hardanger fabric is just very slippery, I guess, or so loose, I don't know why, but the stitches are slipping around. Anyway, I'm wishing y'all a wonderful summer. Like I said, I don't know when I'll be back. I've got this to get done at the end of August. And then hopefully, I was going to say hopefully, I can go back to mini Serenity Lane. But once I get this crocheted blanket done, I've got a baby blanket and at least 1 baby quilt, possibly 3 baby size, even though the other 2 are for 2 little girls. I want to try to get them all done so I can send them off at the same time. But I've got and then I have to dive into my sock knitting for Christmas presents. But my husband's, when he's off and the weather's nice, we're trying to go back out and do our touring like we used to, y'all, exploring. And because this area is just stunning. So in the spring, summer, and autumn, the scenery is absolutely stunning. Winter has a gentler beauty about it. It's quite still beautiful, but it's a more subtle beauty to it. But we do love the countryside here. I've got a picture. I'll put in a picture. Remember the Birds and Blooms by Amy Stewart, the cross stitch I did? Well, my husband was wandering through a charity shop or thrift shop, whatever you want to call it, and he saw these letters that have some of the same birds that are on the Amy Stewart cross stitch. So we're happy with that as well. So I'll try to remember to put that in. But you have a fabulous weekend. Lots of good times. Be happy and healthy. And I shall see you sometime in the future. Take care. I forgot. I've been meaning to show this to you since my son gave it to me. When they came for their baby shower, came to the UK for the baby shower for Easter weekend. My son brought me this. Isn't it cute? I'm not generally a person who loves stuffed animals, but I think this is so stinking cute. Makes me smile every time I see it. And it's just a little happiness. So just see, it's like my son was very keen on penguins when he was a little boy, or when he was a teenager. Actually, he loved penguins, and I made him a pillow and put some, had all kinds of things. I even made him crocheted him a hat with a penguin face on it that he used to wear. He was a teenager and he was wearing it around all over the place. So penguins, and that he's been able to find a penguin with Emirati outfit. It's just too adorable. I'll see you later. Take care.